Hey you! Are you ready to enjoy a lot of awesome games in the comfort of your computer?
Yes?
Do you want to play some mobile games on your PC and expand your gaming library to a whole new level?
Yeah!
And how about having access to a ton of awesome features like gamepad support, real-time translation, and combo key?
Absolutely yes!
So what are you waiting for? Download BlueStacks and start having the time of your life, sir!
If that happened to you, don't worry. I'll show you a couple of well-known solutions to this problem. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The first and most important thing we need to do is check if you are connected to the internet. So if you're not using Wi-Fi, make sure the cable is well connected and if you have access to the web. By the way, Bob, have you checked if your Wi-Fi is on? There we go, but we are not done yet. Now let's go to the next solution. If you don't know what VPNs or proxies are, you probably don't even have it installed. But if you do, we need to take some action. VPNs or virtual private networks are great to keep your privacy by creating an encrypted connection to the internet. But unfortunately, that can be a problem when trying to authenticate your connection to BlueStacks. For that, it's probably a good idea to turn it off during the whole process of downloading and installing the BlueStacks application. Have you turned off your VPN, Bob? If you're still one of those people that still use antivirus, well, in that case, it's better to disable it during BlueStacks installation. You can also add BlueStacks on the exceptions applications that usually comes with antivirus, so you won't have any problem. And, of course, just be careful when downloading third-party applications and APKs from untrusted sources. Also, if you have hardware-assisted virtualization on your computer, I suggest to turn it off, since it can mess up any kind of emulation, including BlueStacks. Avast, for example, it's one of the antivirus that have this feature by default, so if you have it, make sure to check this out. Another feature that can interfere with BlueStacks is something called Virtual V, which is basically a feature related to virtual machines. Search for run and then type optional features, all together, just like I show here. Now, start by disabling Hyper-V, but also guarded host, Windows Defender application guard, and containers. Don't worry if any of those features don't show up, since they can change depending on what version of Windows you're using. But anyhow, that should do the trick. I recommend trying this solution only if all else fails, since it can lower your computer security quite a bit. If you still want to proceed, here's how. First, open Windows Security by typing it on the search bar. Next, go to the Device Security tab and click on Core Isolation Details right here. Now, turn off Memory Integrity right here, and you're all set. And now our final step is to set up the firewall on our system. Just like the antivirus, the firewall can block BlueStacks application without you knowing. So in that case, we need to make sure that BlueStacks is added to the exception rules of your firewall. To do that, just access your control panel and search for network controls, generally in advanced settings. There you can find and tweak the firewall settings. So why don't you give it a try now?
And after that, Bob played his favorite mobile games on BlueStacks, happily ever after.
If you are still having trouble downloading or installing BlueStacks or having any sort of problem, make sure to access our support page. Link for it, it's in the description down below. But that's it for now, thank you very much for watching, see you in game, bye bye!